Thank you so much, friends and family, for tuning back into my YouTube channel. My name is Shoni, and we are back at it again. We are feeding our spirit. We are paying attention to the Word of God and what the Word of God says about our day-to-day lives. And if you have not yet subscribed, you know what to do. Do not just watch the video. Subscribe so that whenever I upload the video, then you get to see or to get the notification that the new video is, so that you continue to feed your spirit. So I'm very much interested. I've been just doing a lot of thinking and a lot of just discovery, wanting to understand the Word of God better, and this life in general that we are living in. And I kept asking myself a question, because people approach me and said, you know what, I've just fallen from the grace. I don't know how to get back to a state where I used to love God more, or the state where I had a good relationship with God. So if you do not know how to get back home, that just means that you know a place called home. And it's not that you do not know the directions, the way back home. You do. But the problem is that what you have done is it is what disarms you. It is what burdens you to want to go back. It is what disarms you to have strength to get up and get back to home. And your thoughts as well are the ones that blocks you, because you are sitting there and trying to figure out on your own, how do I get back home? Who will I go back home with? Okay, if I don't find anyone, I can go back alone. And are the people that are home gonna welcome me? Like, you tend to create this boundary of thoughts that restrict you from wanting to go back home. And home is where the Father is. And the Father is waiting for you. He is waiting gladly. He can't wait to have you back. The brothers, the sisters, the mother, they miss you. But that is something that doesn't even cross your mind. Your mind is filled with that, they might not even like me. They might not even welcome me. And I just want to air some of the Word of God that shows that God is willing to welcome back everyone, not just those that went out or have gone or departed from Him and chose their own ways. He is ready to welcome everyone, whether you have burdens, heavy laden, whether you went astray and go and gather burdens. He said in the book of Matthew 11:28, that come to me, all you who labor and are heavy laden, and I'll give you rest. So you might be where you are, burdened, heavy laden, distracted, not knowing what to do, who to turn to. But there is somebody waiting for you, who is God the Father. He wants you back home. He wants you to Himself. He said, I will give you rest. And where you are, you could be where you are and not in the place of rest. Your thoughts could be running you around, trying to distract you, trying to make the situation worse. But God is saying, come home. Come. Don't even think about so many things. Just get up and walk and get back. Beyond the move, just move, go back. And this is reminding me of most of the people in the Bible, because we have to say something, but we have to make reference to the Word of God to teach you, to give you a reliable picture of that what we are saying. It is possible. It is possible to go back home. Naomi was married. He went to the other land and got married there and had kids there, and her kids got married there. But when the husband died and the children died, she went back home to her motherland. She knew the way back home. She was not ashamed that people are going to be asking her, where is your husband? Where is your children? Where are your grandchildren? Why are you coming back alone? She never minded. It never crossed their mind that people are going to be very inquisitive and wanting to know what happened. She was free to even explain, okay, this is what happened in the land that I was married to. This is what happened to my husband and children. And sometimes I think the thought of explaining is the one that keeps us away. That's the one that makes us not to come back home. But you need to get back home. This is the prodigal son. He had asked for his father's riches and said, you know what, I just want to enjoy them now. And give me and I'll be out of your sight, out of your support. But when everything was done, when he didn't have anything anymore, he thought about his father and he went back home. You know, he lowered his pride garment and he walked back home, and they welcomed him with a party. So why is that not a picture enough to give you strength to go back to the Father? Go back to God. Jonah is one of the people, you know. He was sent to Nineveh. He went to Tarshish. He was going to Tarshish. And God had to redirect his path so that he can go back to where he has sent him, where he wants him to be. You know, I know some places, if you think about it, you might be thinking, hey, I cannot go back to that church. I was hurt from that church. I cannot go back to be praying. When I pray, nothing happened. I cannot be going back to reading the Word of God. I do not understand it. You could be having these thoughts of how you experience certain things of life, which is not going to be the same as how you're going to experience things tomorrow. Because the messages of God are new every morning. They're new every morning. How you have experienced the church, where you were going to church, is not the same. You're not going to find, we might find the same people, but you're not going to find them in the same state of glory that you left them in. So these thoughts, they kind of like they are very much destructive, very, very much destructive. I also want to refer you to Moses. Moses had to go back to Egypt, where he ran away from, where he didn't want to go back to. He had to go back to a place called home, a place where he was born, where he grew up. He had to go back there. And when he was going back there, he was not as scared as he was before. He was no longer scared of the men who wanted to kill him, because this was an assignment now. He was doing what the Father has said he must do. And the Word of God is saying, come to me. The Word of God is saying, come back, my child. And once the Word of God is proclaimed, is declared on that, it has got power to give you strength to want to go back to Egypt and do what God said you must do. They need you back home. God needs you. God needs you. Remember, He created you, so He wants you. So Moses went back. And the last person that I wanted to refer to, you know, David used to really fall from the glory of God. He used to sin and he will go back to the Father. He will gather his strength. He will remember that, what I've done is wrong, but I want to make it right. I want to go back to the Father. I don't know the space that you are in, but you are never dirty enough. You are never filthy. You are never a sinner enough to disgust God. God is ready and He is stretching His hands forth and He's saying, my child, you are mine. I created you. You belong here. I see you suffering. I see you struggling, but I want you back here. I want to give you rest. I want to give you joy, peace, love, happiness. You can be better than who you are. I can see that you don't like how you're looking like, how things are working, how things are unfolding. Please come back home. And this is what God is saying today. May God bless you as you keep investing in your spirit. Do not forget to subscribe so that we keep feeding our spirit. Goodbye.